The out of hours obviously is part of the best practice tariff. I'm going to get really confused with this. This was the first survey we did. There is a longer presentation of this, which I've done to the South East Coast, I think, and also to the parents of the South East Coast in London. But this is just condensed. We have questions nightly on Facebook groups, and when I say Facebook groups, I don't mean our network Facebook groups. This is just general diabetes Facebook groups we have no control over. And there are always questions overnight due to various things, lack of out of hours, so they go to Facebook or CWD, and for the ease and quickness of replies, because they get a much quicker reply on Facebook from parents who can help them than from hospitals sometimes. We asked 25 questions, and this is just a summary. So, time of the out of hours used, time of day, the majority seems to be between 6 PM and midnight, with most of them before 10 PM. Obviously there's a few during the rest of midnight to 7 AM, but most of them are the first part of the night. We asked what area, what out of hours services there were in each area, and that was a bit of a mixed bunch really. Most of it comes that you have to phone the ward. A lot of people didn't have a clue. Some had to go to A&E. There used to be a 24-hour mobile service, but there isn't anymore. So there's loads and loads of comments on all the questions, and these are just a few of them. But generally, it was ring the ward. And this is my favourite slide actually, because this is a comparison of daytime and nighttime emergency. So you can see very clearly that during the day, people ring the diabetes team. A few ask on the CWD email groups, a few ask on Facebook. That's not going to change, that's inevitable. Nighttime's a whole different story. Diabetes team and Facebook are level pegging. And that's quite frightening, really. And yes, there is some good help on Facebook, but there's also some quite dangerous, dire help on Facebook. So you have to know enough to sift through the rubbish to get the good advice. The difference between Facebook and ringing someone is that it's instant, and parents generally, it's generally newly diagnosed or within the first couple of years wanting help, and they want it instantly because they're panicking. So they don't want to ring someone and wait for a phone call back, or if they know it's going to be an hour or half an hour later, they want it instantly, and you can get that with the CWD and the Facebook groups. There was Twitter as well, which was bizarre because I don't quite know what you're going to ask for help in 142 characters. And the other, in that previous slide, the other, people go to their friends, 999, Ragnar Hannes book always comes out, you'll see that everywhere. Look at your Ragnar Hannes book. Someone's got the home number of their paediatric consultant. Yes, please. So then, did they feel supported? Well, it was quite nice because 45% yes, they did feel supported. Someone said yes and no, so you know, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Over 20% no, they didn't feel supported. It depends who answers the phone, which is true. So there's some support there, but not specific to individual treatment. It's just sort of out of a textbook, which isn't good when it's an emergency. Generally, that's why people would want out of hours. So this is a bit like the support. It's half and half. Were you confident about the knowledge of the person answering the phone or helping you? Yes and no. I would like to have seen yes a lot higher than the no. Again, these are very basic knowledge, general children's doctrine, not diabetes specific. The one I like best is this particular nurse had no knowledge of it, but was open and admitted that. Well, actually, I think that's quite good. I used to have a very good GP. When Jessica was born, I used to go there for whatever, and she used to say, "I haven't got a clue. I'll find out for you." And actually, it's better to be honest than make something up. So they go back to Facebook and children with diabetes if they haven't got the help that they've had from their out-of-hours service. So we asked them who we would like to be available. This is the order that everybody answered. So PDSN's at the top. I guess people have consultation with their PDSNs and their consultants. Then the consultants, so they're the top two, and they were quite a way ahead of everybody else. Number 3, we were thinking along the lines of the D24 or something, a trained body. Children's wards at the bottom. Now, bearing in mind on one of the other slides, that's the most out-of-hours care there is. We don't want that. We know more than them because we're dealing with it, so we're not going to ring them for an emergency. So the conclusion is, yes, we do need something better, and we need something different than what there is or isn't at the moment. Doesn't apply in all areas because there are little pockets around the country where out-of-hours is working really well, but it does apply to the majority of the areas. So that's that. Transition. Now, I've only got 3 slides on this, and this, Chris's talk just now, this is transition, and these are the targets that the parents have said they want, and it all ties in. Brilliant. So, a small group of parents in the South East Coast and London decided at one of the meetings, they sort of volunteered that we would write a transition document, how the parents wanted it. We've presented this to about 50 parents, and teenagers have read it, and young adults who have been through transition themselves have read it. And it's all been tweaked and everything. The actual document, Fiona's had it, I think you had a copy. Kate and I are going to a meeting in January with Jonathan. Yes, on transition. Glad you said that, thank you very much. We see personally in our families and the families on CWD and Facebook the devastation that diabetes leaves in its wake, mentally in particular. So transition needs to start from a very young age, not at 14, 15, 16. It needs to be from sort of 10 upwards, because they need to be ready, and they need to have had a long time to be ready, because this is an adult-sized condition on little shoulders. There was a photo on Facebook the other day of an 8-year-old crying her eyes out, she didn't want another injection. Then you get a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old who are totally out of control. If transition, and not just transition to adult care, but transition from point to point is sorted out from day 1 and then realistically from 10 years upwards, then these kids stand a better chance of going into adolescence and teenage and parents, adulthood. So we think of this transition document as a working document. These are the points that we came up with. It's for all the stakeholders to use.